Hello lovely ladies, how are we doing this week? Yes, I've got this little thrifted tank top that I haven't worn. It's Boden. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's Fairisle. We're going to be coming into autumn styling soon, but I need to find ways I can wear this now, because if I don't wear something, it has to get donated. Also coming up in this week's vlog, what did I buy in the White House in Portrush? And what was in my Look Fantastic box this month? Yeah. Welcome to Stylers Are Fabulous with Ruth. Welcome. If you're in your 40s, 50s and beyond, and you're all about making midlife fabulous, and you want to be stylish and not wear what everyone else is wearing, and you also are a bit of a fan of pre-loved gems and shopping in charity shops or in Vinted, I'm your gal. I'm here for sustainable midlife fashion, done our way, made to make us feel fabulous. And yes, you can make yourself feel fabulous too. And honestly, so often it's all in the way we dress. Right, let's get into this week's video. This top, isn't it a cracker? I scored this one for £4 in my local charity shop in Garva a while back. Or actually, my colleague that works with me, she actually spotted it for me and she thought, I think you'd like that, Ruth. So yes, I snapped it up. It's in pristine condition. It's beautiful. I have more. But I think it's because it was midsummer. Now we're end of summer. We're thinking ahead to autumn. How am I going to style it? And I want to style it several different ways. With trousers, with jeans, with skirts, with dresses, that kind of thing. So that's what's coming up in this week's video. And as is usual in my videos, I often go off on tangents. And right now we are heading off to Portrush because I am on the hunt for something. What am I looking for? Well, let's find out. The postman's just came and gave me this. Right, so yes, we're heading off to Portrush, but I have to see what's in this. First of all, yes, I have some money to spend on my Vinted, and it's like getting things for free, everybody else. So I put some things on, and I made quite a bit of money from them. But I wanted a brown linen jacket. Now this is a bit darker than it looked in the photographs, but chocolate brown. And look at that. Look at that lovely peplum detail at the back. This is from a brand, I think Evie. And it is a mix of linen and viscose. So yes, really pretty. Okay, let's hope it fits. It's long sleeve, that's good. That'll be great for coming into the autumn. I got this for £6. Okay, so it's a little bit snug across the chest, but as usual, I think it nips in the waist better because it's a little bit shorter. And the sleeves, for me being petite, sleeves are a good length, but I still would probably push them up like this. What do we think? Well, that's really nice, really nice. I'm very pleased with that, and I'll definitely get lots of wear out of that. Now that distraction is over, my Look Fantastic box this month. Now the absolute cracker this month is this. Now any of you who like the rituals, this shower gel, would I be right in saying it's probably around £14–15, maybe more, not sure, but that was in my box, so that was great. And another thing which I'm in need of is this little foundation brush, and let me just put my glasses on. It is by a brand called Spectrum. It's really soft. Good job. Now there was a little blusher, and I thought, oh, this looks very pink, but I already put some on my cheeks, and as you can see, it's actually perfect for me. And I would never usually go for pink. I usually go for peachy colours for my cheeks, but it's a nice little change, and it's a nice little flush of colour, and it's a nice cream blush with a little bit of sparkle. So that was good. And that's by a brand, just says Blush Drops by Radial, and it says it's Frosted Pink Liquid Blush. Very nice. Then there is some hair products. There's this Archive Hybrid Oil, and it says to use that after you've freshly washed and conditioned your hair, and just work it lightly into your hair. There's a Philip Kingsley conditioner. I'll keep this for traveling. And there's a little, this works, hand cream. And then a little extra that threw me in, a little Valentino trial size perfume, which again I'll keep for holidays. So for £13, okay, this alone is £13, so I'm very happy this month. This is definitely the cracker, and I'm looking forward to trying this on my hair, although I'll go sparingly because my hair is finer. I have to be very careful with products that give it a shine because it can look greasy. The blusher is an absolute win-win, definitely going to use that, and of course the other little hand creams. I'm very happy with that, and honestly it's like every month I get this little gift coming through the door and I love it. So I've done well. Right, let's get going because my hubby will be saying, what's keeping you? Let's get down that road to Portrush. And we're off. Yes, and yes, look at Richard and I. We are colour coordinating today. He's shaking his head. He says he put on his t-shirt before I put on mine. I just don't know about that, but anyway, great minds think alike, isn't that what they say? Right, this morning you come with us, we're going to Portrush because we're still on that hunt for tiles. Nice tiles, wouldn't you think it wouldn't be hard to get them? But the White House in Portrush usually is full of those sorts of things, so let's go. And we've arrived in Portrush and it's really trying to rain at the moment. What is nice is that we are here fairly early. It's just coming up in 10:30 and it feels quite quiet. There's quite a lot of cars about, but we're hoping that that means, you know, get in there before the crowds. Cloudy day. Just a quick little outfit of the day then. Repeat as usual, Marks and Spencer's. Best ward trousers all summer, and this is my pre-loved top that Joe got me for my birthday. Pre-loved, and my beautiful Sophie and Spritz bag, which I am wearing on repeat. Love it. Anyway, let's go to the White House. Richard, do twirl. He's got his nice burnt orange top on. Where's that from? Fat face. So we're at the White House, just in the window at the minute. Okay, no more distractions, off to see the tiles. Been to the pie shop and bought pork and apple pies. No, pork and apple sausage rolls, I think. Oh yes, and let me show you our view. Cheers to that coffee. Here we are. Got the view of the sea and a bus. I'm glad I threw my little throw in the car. Early August and it feels like autumn. So good. Thanks for that, honey. Cheers. Salute. I feel like I'm back in Italy again. Only thing is it's not 36 degrees, it's 19. Well, as you saw, we were at the White House shop in Portrush the other day, and I didn't show you the tiles because I wanted to get them in the washing machine when I come home and get them tumble dried. So these are the tiles I bought. Now they are, you can see, Yvonne, Ellen, London, and they are super soft, and the back side of them has that nice terracotta colour. So I bought 2 bath sheets. These are reduced to $13.99. I love that little green edging because that goes with my bathroom, the green. I'm not sure what they were originally, I just remember what I paid for them. So $13.99 each. And then this little tile, which is by a brand called Yard, is a little hand towel, and it was reduced to $6.99. So I feel I did very well. Now in the White House I could have bought lots of things. I was also looking at a William Morris duvet set that was reduced from 120 to 62 for the super king size, and I might well go back and get that yet. We shall see, but they did have lots on. So if you are from Northern Ireland and you are in the County Antrim, County Londonderry area, Portrush is quite handy, and the White House is definitely worth a little tittle along to see. Okay, the rest of that day, yes, we made our own pizzas for tea. Richard made the dough. He's very good at that. We used the Jimmy Oliver recipe. And then I put on the toppings, which is my job. And he lit the barbecue because he wanted to try cooking it on the barbecue at that high temperature.
So far away.
Yeah, we cook our chips outside so there's no smell. Excuse me while I eat this delicious pizza. It was yummy. Gorgeous pizza. Finally, it's time to style this beautiful little tank top. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's a lightweight wool, and today's not a day for wearing wool, but we are going to style it regardless. And see, I've got a few ways in my head already that I'm going to style it. And believe it or not, one of them is to wear over this dress. Now my hair is bothering me, so I'm going to put it up, but I'm going to put this on first of all so I'm not dragging my hair down. Because I think a tank top over a dress, I don't think you get much better. Plus it sort of solves the low cutness of my dress, but this is perfect because it's letting the sleeves come out. Okay, so it's a bit long, so I'll do a little bit of an undertuck. Right, need to see what I'll put in my feet now. A little tank top is really versatile, and I think honestly I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this one, especially coming into autumn. But let's get this hair up, and I'm going to show you quickly how I put my hair up because I have very fine hair. Well, it's not as fine as it used to be. It's definitely thicker now. I'm taking collagen, and I did wave it this morning, but because it's only on day 2, it's still very soft, and the curls do not stay in it on day 2. It takes day 3 or day 4 at least. So what I do, I like to add a little bit of volume at the crown, so I back comb it just up here to get a bit of volume. And if this behaves, I might let this sit down. Then I just sort of bring back the rest of it and just leave the front section loose. I like a little few wee bits hanging down here, just at the sides to soften the look so it's not harsh or severe. And then I just twist it. I don't have a lot of hair, it's not that long, and I just have one of those little clips. And let me just check the back in the mirror myself. Yeah, that's better. So I feel better now, my hair is up. And also, I think it helps elongate my neck a little, especially for some, if I'm wearing a collar or something, it definitely looks better if there is a little bit more neck. Right, let's see what I'm going to do to finish this look, bring it all together, and that will be our look 1 done and dusted. I've moved us out to the conservatory. It is beautiful out here today, absolutely stunning. And I'm going with tan accessories, and I found this little necklace, and look, the colours are perfect. So let me pop these on and we'll see if we've got our look number 1 completed. Well, have we got hit for look 1? I think we have. I'm actually quite surprised. Little bit of a print clash. We've got the little tiny checks. We've got the Fairisle. But girls, dig out your Fairisle jumpers because soon you will be needing them. I know, not this week or next week, but soon we will be needing them. And look how nice they look over a simple midi dress. I think it's a wonderful look. Really like that. And the necklace, look at that. It looks like it was made for it. I'm really impressed. Yeah, even me, I impress myself at times. But we have to have fun with our wardrobes, and I just love going into my wardrobe and shopping it for new looks and keeping the outfits fresh, because that then makes us feel less likely to go out and buy new stuff. Since I've been on holidays, I haven't bought anything. Oh, I have. I bought that little linen jacket of Vinted, but that doesn't count because it was kind of like free because I'd already sold stuff. Anyway, I digress. It's time to get on some jeans. And I thought I'll pop this little yellow t-shirt underneath it. Nice little layer. And I've got it coming out under the bottom as well. Look, I found a little hole in it, so I'm not that keen about showing obviously a hole, but this t-shirt is like maybe 8 or 9 years old. From Dunn Stores, £3, best ever, £3 spent. Okay, a bit of red and yellow. The little red pumps just bring this look together, so it's nice on its own. It's young, it's vibrant, feels fresh, it's comfortable. Although these jeans are a little snug, so I need to work a bit harder on that. Mind you, they were always snug from the moment I got them. I felt that. And I'm going to brave putting on this blazer in here. I've worn this blazer much. It's a little one I got given ages ago from a brand called Uzi. But I do like it. It's got a nice classic look to it, and it's a beautiful soft red. Yeah. Isn't that a nice look that you could go out to lunch with the girls or run your errands? Nice casual little or Saturday look. And I think, oops, don't knock over the plant root. And that pop of yellow just as a little pop of brightness, I think this outfit needs, plus it brings out the lovely colours in my tank top. It is print clashing, but not as we know it. That was Star Trek, wasn't it? Print clashing in a nice, easy, relaxed way that doesn't look too crazy. Well, yeah, I like it. That was look number 2. But I've got another pair of jeans I want to try with this look, completely different style. So let me go pop them on. I don't think by now that if you see me with print clashes, you're really very shocked. Is it something you still are a bit iffy about trying? I do want to hear from you. I think it maybe takes a little bit of confidence, but I'd like to say once you try it once, you kind of get addicted to trying to see what other ways you can wear things. My wide leg trousers on, haven't worn them for a while, and I've put on my naturalizer sandals. I think the wide legs need a chunky footbed or else a high heel. Can I speak? It must be the heat, it must be getting to me. Now, if any of you have been following my channel for a while, you'll realise that I am the kind of person who loves to layer up and loves to have a shirt underneath the top and seeing the hem out underneath. Now, I haven't checked this or tried this look before. It's a bit of trial and error. I'm just going to roll up the sleeves. Long sleeves on a petite person, you're better to sort of show a little bit of arm, and plus it also draws attention to usually our smaller part, which is our waist. Right, so how's that for length? Let me tuck a little bit of it up inside my bra till I get it the right length. Like that at the front. Do I like it at the back? Yes, we do. Just straighten myself up there. And then I thought we'll bring out the coral in the top this time. Yeah, I know you're thinking probably, Ruth, how many bags do you have? The truth is I used to have a lot more, but I have now honed them down and I have about 12. So you get them on rotation. Now there are 2 or 3 that I wear all the time, and then certain occasions, different colours I'm wearing, or if I feel that I need a pop of colour, well then I use my little Neffily bags, and these are Neffily. You get these, 100% leather, and they are beautiful, and around the £50 mark. And if you're interested, I do have a discount code for 30% off. She doesn't post to Northern Ireland any longer now, unfortunately. Too much red tape, and that's us over here. Since Brexit, there's been a lot of, you know, hoo-ha about that, but we'll not say any more about that. But I'm digging it. Are you? And the thing is, okay, it's too warm today for it, but that would be fabulous coming into the autumn. On a day you don't need a jacket, you just need some sleeves, coverage on your arms, and that is me. All right, so that's 3. Have another few in the bag. Let's see. And one of my best accessories, a collar bib. Just finishes here. It's just fake, means you don't have the extra layer. Those of you who feel very warm, it's very nice to have that added look of a layer, but not actually a layer. Right, let's see how this looks. Well, we're still in sandal season, so I'm going to change into these. Now, the only way this collar bib works really is if it's a jumper. So the only way I would wear it like this is if I was going to be wearing a little jacket over it, and I'm going to just try Navy to mute it all down because there's a lot of colour going on between the trousers and the top, and now the collar bib works. Alright, now I'm not loving it. Why am I not loving it? I think it's the navy with the beige shoes. Let's just try a denim jacket. Oh, that's much better. I think the look just needs to be dressed down and go for a more casual, and then it doesn't matter so much about my shoes. My shoes are more that muted taupey colour, and it's bringing out the sort of neutrally goldy colour that's in the top. Denim jacket, collar up. So I'm going to try the bag, and then I think I'll go back to my neutral Neffily bag. Okay, that's not bad, but let me try the Neffily. No, I'm not loving it, and And I know what it is. It's because the sandals seem out of keeping with the top that's like cozy and tactile. I need something more, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? And I just need something more. And let's try this. Okay, the boots definitely bounce better with this. Still not completely happy. I would like a hem hanging out here, if I'm honest. So we've got this bag. I think there's too much going on. Too much. Let's just mute it down with the navy. Yes, I finally got a look. And I think with that, it's getting warm, I'm going to give you my final remarks. Let's sit down for a few minutes and routine reflection. I didn't change out of my trousers that I last had on, but I did change out of my Fairisle top because it's just a little bit warm for it. I did want to bring you up to speed on my last appointment, which I had on Friday past. If you have caught my previous vlogs where I touched a little bit on my menopause issues and having the bleed after more than 14 months after my last period, I was waiting on an appointment to go and have that checked out. So Friday was D-Day, and I was a little bit nervous because I'd heard a few bits and pieces about what they might do and procedures, and I was a little bit iffy. So I thought, I'm going to tell you about my experience, because it's good to talk about these things, especially if you are also worrying about yourself. I had a lovely consultant who knows all things menopause, and that's what we need, ladies. We need people who know. They are the scientific people who know all the pros and cons, etc. And I've been on the Everall Conti patch now for a couple of years, and I say this bleed happened and it shouldn't happen. But what my consultant, Dr. Porter, said to me on Friday, that you're more inclined to get a bleed in menopause when you're on HRT than if you're not on HRT. So ladies, any of you who are not using HRT to navigate this time in your life, hats off to you, I have to say, but it just means if you were to get a bleed after 12 months of being bleed free, you have to get it checked out. You must get it checked out. That is what Dr. Porter was saying. Now, I still had to get mine checked out, but she fully believes that my bleed came from me being on HRT and the Everall patch. So she did some lab work, and I did have to have an ultrasound scope camera, yes, up my, yeah, woohoo. And that, you know what, I was a wee bit worried about that because I heard it was quite uncomfortable. But there was two lovely girls, who one was training and the other girl was there just as an assistant, I guess, to the doctor. And they chatted that much because I had on my H&M vintage skirt, and they were saying about how they thought that was cool, and we chatted about how you picked up pre-loved items. And before I knew it, Dr. Porter was telling me, yeah, everything's fine, I'm very pleased with everything. We'll send your lab work off, and I fully expect everything to be okay. So I feel that's good. Yes, I still have to wait and hear back from the lab, but what she physically seen, she was happy with. So if you are worried about any symptoms you have in menopause, any little niggles at all, please see your GP. And if your GP is not giving you the information you feel is good enough, because sometimes they don't know, that's not their specialist area, well then go see if you can be referred to a menopause doctor. And in my case, I went to Korean, and the clinic they called it was Sexual Health and something or other. So there is clinics for all these kind of things, and that is something, you know, do look after yourselves, ladies. Okay, I've said more than I need to, but I'm very happy that I've had over with, and I'm happy with how it all went, because I was worried about it. I had a few sleepless nights about it. Okay, let's finish up today. That's Thursday work doing the outfit changes. I hope you've enjoyed today's styling. I ended up just going 4 ways. There's probably a few more ways I could have done it, but generally it was like using trousers or possibly another dress or two that I could have styled it over with. Let me know what you would do with the tank top. Have you got one that you're struggling to work with? Because if it's patterned or printed or plain, they're so versatile. They're a great little layer, and we will be using them plenty when it comes into September. Next time, my lovely friend, soul sister, the beautiful Jo, is coming to stay with me for 3 or 4 days, and it is going to be fabulous, and I will be letting you in on our shenanigans. So do join me next time. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button and also tap the notifications bell so you don't miss out on my videos. If you enjoy the styling, come join Ruthie's gang, and I hope to see you all next time. In the meantime, you keep on being your own kind of fabulous. Take care.